into constructive rest pose to begin. Let the body relax into the floor. Whatever tensions may have built up during the day, release. Link your attention to the body. Feel the neutral alignment. Notice the feet against the floor, equally weighted. Ball of the big toe, ball of the little toe, middle of the heel. Feel the pelvis. Feel even weight on each side of the back of the pelvis. Imagine your back pocket spreading. Relax the belly and allow the lumbar spine to take its natural curve. Sink the back ribs down into the floor as you broaden the shoulder blades, relax the shoulders. Palms turned up, relaxing all the way out the arms. Soften in the neck. Draw the chin down towards the notch of the neck. If that's not possible, put a little cushion behind the head. Lengthen the back of the neck. Feel the back of the head dropping into the floor. Relax the muscles of the face. And bring your attention down to the inner core muscles, the pelvic floor, the transversus abdominis, pelvic floor like a sling at the bottom of the spine, connecting tailbone, pubic bone, and the sit bones. Transversus abdominis like a big, broad, elastic belt working all the way around. Take an inhale to prepare for the inner core. With the exhale, gather the pelvic floor to the center, wrap the belt of the transversus around. Pause with the breath out for a moment. Relax completely. And take a completely relaxed exhale, releasing into the floor. Then inhale, prepare to do it again. Exhale, gather the pelvic floor. Put a little more oomph into this time. Squeeze the sphincters, wrap the transversus around. No change in the curve of the back when you do this. We're maintaining our neutral. Pause with the breath out. And relax with the inhale. And give into gravity. Release completely with the exhale. One more time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, engage the pelvic floor, squeeze the sphincters, pull the perineum towards the crown of the head, wrap the belt. This time maintain, and inhale, float the arms up towards the ceiling. Renew that and exhale, reach back. For this first one, let your elbows be soft and just concentrate on the inner core. The ribs are going to be flaring a little bit, that's fine for now. Float the arms back up towards the ceiling, keep your shoulder joints nice and easy. And exhale, settle your arms down by your sides and relax the inner core. We'll do it one more time like that. Inhale, float the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, stabilize with the inner core. Soften your arms. Go ahead and let the elbows bend and go ahead and let the ribs flare. No obliques yet. Inhale, arms float up. Humeral heads drop down into the sockets. Really easy in the shoulder joint. And then lower the arms down. And relax completely for a moment. We're going to start the same way and then we're going to add the obliques. Inhale, float the arms up towards the ceiling. Stay easy in the shoulder joints. Exhale, engage the inner core. Float the arms back. We're stabilizing the lower spine and the pelvis. Stay and inhale. Keep your arms back and observe your ribs. Then as you exhale, imprint the back ribs down and pull the front ribs together on a diagonal. Feel the obliques working now. Inhale, arms float up. And exhale, lower the arms down. Let them relax completely. Now we're going to go with the arms straight. Make a fist with your thumb sticking out like a hitchhiker. Arms stay straight. Inhale, arms float up towards the ceiling. Exhale, engage the inner core. Knit and imprint the ribs and reach back with straight arms. See if your thumbs hit the mat. Keep your arms straight. Do not bend at the elbows. Inhale, arms float up. And then exhale, lower the arms down to the sides, let everything relax. If the thumbs didn't touch the mat, keep them out. If they did, tuck your thumbs into the fist. Inhale, arms float up to the ceiling. Exhale, engage the inner core, knit an imprint and reach back. Keep your arms straight and notice if the fist reaches the floor. Inhale, arms float up. And exhale, lower the arms down. If the fist didn't hit the floor, keep it and try it again. If you got the fist down, now open the hands, put the palms down onto the floor. Inhale, arms float up. Keep your arms straight. Engage the inner core and the obliques. Keep the arms straight. Reach back. See if the back of the fingers can touch the floor without bending at the wrist, and keep the back ribs down. This one, please stay there, whether the fist is in place or the palm is open. Inhale. Keep your back ribs down. Keep your lower back neutral. Wrists and elbows straight. Then inhale, arms float up towards the ceiling. Relax the core muscles. Easy little circles with the arms in the shoulder sockets. And reverse. Let the humeral heads drop down into the sockets. And then bring your hands behind your head and interlace the fingers. Open the elbows out nice and wide. Inhale, feel your ribs flare. Exhale, inner core, knit and imprint the ribs and go into a head lift, keeping your neutral lower back. And inhale, lower back down. Keep the back ribs imprinted as you lower down and the inner core engaged. Exhale, lift again. And inhale, lower back down. One more head lift. Engage the inner core, knit and imprint the ribs. Keep the head lift. We're going to do the crazy fish. Exhale, side bend, right elbow to right waist. Keep your breastbone towards the ceiling. Inhale back to the center. And exhale, side bend to the left. Keep the pelvis stable. And inhale back to the center. Breastbone towards the ceiling the whole time. Exhale, side bend. And inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Keep the right back ribs down. Inhale, center. One more time each direction. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center. And exhale to the side. And inhale to the center, where we'll stay and start alternate leg lifts. Look, you have your head lifted, so you're going to look up and make sure that the pelvis is evenly weighted. Stabilize it with the inner core and the obliques. Knitting and imprinting. Lift the right foot up, and let's add an extension. Reach the leg away. Knit your ribs together as you straighten the leg. Bend the knee, and then lower the foot back down. Keep the pelvis steady, and lift the left foot up. Flex your foot, stretch out through the heel, and inhale, bend the knee, and re-anchor. Lower the foot down, keep the pelvis steady. Raise the right foot, flex, and reach out. Knit your ribs together as you extend the leg. Bend the knee, re-anchor and lower down. Keep steadying the pelvis, keep the back ribs down, left foot up. Exhale, flex, extend. Inhale, bend, and lower the left. One more time on each leg. Stabilize the pelvis the whole time. Make sure those back ribs stay down. And once you're finished with the left foot, lower the head. Relax the arms down to the sides with the palms up, and slowly turn your head from one side to the other. And then come into the center. Check that the back of the neck is long, the shoulders are relaxed. Re-engage the inner core for a compound leg lift. Let's take this apart a little bit. So you've got your inner core engaged. Think about your right ribs reaching down around to your left back pocket. Maintain that. Keep your pelvis steady and lift the right foot up. And now imprint both sets of back ribs and keep them steady as you lift the left foot. Keep imprinting. Lower the right foot down and keep reaching your ribs down to the left back pocket as you lower the left foot down. Now we're going to start with the left leg. Engage the inner core. Take the left ribs down to the right back pocket and lift the left foot up. Imprint and take the right foot up. Lower the left, keep the spine and the ribs stabilized, and lower the right. Now we're going to do half of one of those to come into a lifted neutral tabletop. Imprint as you bring the second leg up. Keep the upper body relaxed and go into pistons. Be sure your back ribs continue to imprint down to the mat. Exhale as you lower, and inhale as you lift. Shoulders relaxed. Inhale, lift. You're moving in the hip crease. Hip extension as the foot goes down. Knit the ribs together in the front to maintain the steady pelvis. One more with each leg. Then one hand onto each knee. Relax, flop the knees out wide, and do the hip circles. Stir your thigh bones around your hips. Relax the inner thighs, relax the front thighs in reverse. Give the knees a hug into the chest. Check that the back of the neck is still long. And then drop both knees over to the left side. Right arm out where it's comfortable. Relax the shoulder. And then see if you can comfortably take the right arm up just on a little higher angle. And then stay and relax the shoulder. A little more stretch in the right side up into the shoulder. And if you've got another increment of stretch, go ahead and take that as well. And then come back into the center. Both arms wide, shoulders relaxed. And drop the knees over to the right side. Relax the left shoulder, stay and inhale. And then you can play with how much stretch you're going to give the shoulder. You can take the left arm a little higher. Check it before you go higher. Breathe into that. And then you can go just a little higher if you've got more space. And then return to the center. Let the arms stay relaxed at the sides, and as you exhale, pull the pubic bone into the belly button. Draw your knees in closer to your chest. Back of the neck stays long, and then relax that. Exhale, draw the knees in close to the chest. Use the low abdominal muscles. Pull in, feel your lower back flatten, and then release that. One more time. And then release to a neutral spine. You're going to keep the feet off the floor. Coming to a neutral tabletop, tailbone down, neutral spine in place, preparing for the 100. Arms down at the sides, inner core engaged, ribs knitting to the opposite back pockets, imprinting to the back, into the mat. Press down through both palms. So your back arms activate. Knit the front ribs and lift the head. Extend the legs and then exhale for 5 pulses. And inhale for 5. Of course, bend the knees if there's any strain in the back. And inhale for 5. Feet can also be down on the floor. Inhale for 5. Exhale. And inhale. So we've got a neutral lower spine. Unless your back is hurting, then you can go to a flat back. And remember your oblique smile. Think of your belly button spreading out to the side waist. Flattening the belly down, engaging the whole abdominal wall. And do one more set. And then release. One hand on each knee. Pull the knees in. Let the back be flat and roll the head from side to side. Return to the neutral tabletop. Relax the arms down. Re-engage the inner core and the knitting and imprinting. Keep the pelvis and ribs stable as you lower the right foot down and keep it down. And continue to stabilize as the left foot comes down. Relax into neutral for a moment. And then extend the left leg out onto the floor. Bring the right knee into the chest. Feel the lower back flatten. Feel the stretch, gentle stretch in the back of the right thigh and the front of the left one. Relax the stretch just a little bit to get the tailbone down. Extend the right leg up to the ceiling, support the back of it, and point the toes, and then flex the foot back. And point, and flex, point, and flex. Come to the point and maintain it. Settle yourself evenly on the back of the pelvis. Reach down on the diagonals, imprint. Pull your right kneecap towards your hip, and then circle the leg 5 times. Absolutely stabilizing the pelvis, no rocking from side to side, keeping those back ribs down. Circle doesn't need to be big, and it certainly doesn't need to be quick. Those are slow, small circles. And reverse. Keep reaching the tailbone down, stretching the leg up. Pelvis is stable. And then reach the leg long all the way down to the mat. Stretch your foot away from your head. Keep your neutral spine. Once the heel's down, then you can relax. And you should feel an adjustment when you relax. You're into a little bit of hyperextension there. And then pull the left knee into the breastbone. Notice the lower back go flat. Feel the stretch in the back of the left leg. Stretch in the front of the right. You may be aware of your inner thigh, your adductors, and your hip flexors a little bit. Get the tailbone down. And support the back of your leg as you extend the leg up to the ceiling. Set your core muscles, inner core and obliques. Pull your left kneecap towards your hip socket and flex and point. Keep a point, keep drawing that knee down to the hip, release your hands, and 5 slow circles each way. Pelvis is still. And then reverse. Keep reaching the tailbone down and the leg up. And when you've completed 5, stretch down with the leg. Reach the foot away from the head. And again, maintain your neutral lower back. Please don't go into a hyperextension until the heel's all the way down. Then you can relax. And inhale, both arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, reach the arms back. Relax, reach back. Notice the big curve behind your back. And then exhale, engage the inner core. Pull the ribs in and imprint the back ribs. Find the flattest spine you can establish. And then relax that. Walk the feet a little bit to the left, the upper body a little to the left, right foot over the left. Hold on to your right wrist. Work the right hip and the right back ribs down onto the floor. So try not to let the pelvis tilt to the left. Keep the breastbone facing the ceiling. Breathe into the stretch of the right side. And then return to the center, stretch long. As you exhale, engage the inner core, flatten the lower back, knit and imprint the ribs, get the spine down to the mat as much as possible. And then relax that. Keep the pelvis balanced and walk the feet to the right. Curve the upper body over to the right, left ankle over the right. Hold on to the left wrist and work the neutral pelvis. Get that left hip down. Feel the left ribs reaching down. Slow breath. Breathe into your left side. Keep reaching the left hip and the left ribs down. And then back into the center, stretch long. We're going to do a roll up or a partial roll up. If you can't get all the way up, I want you to hover, please. As you exhale, scoop the belly and flatten the spine and imprint the ribs. Let the arms float up. Keep your chin down. And either come just part way up and hover. And if as you're hovering you'd like to hold the head, you can. Or come all the way up if you can come up with the feet staying down on the mat. And take a stretch forward if you're all the way up. If you're hovering, keep scooping the belly in, dropping the shoulders away from the ears, pulling the ribs in. And then everybody roll down. As you roll down, we want to flatten the lower back, imprint the back ribs, stretch out long, and then relax. And set it up again. Scoop the belly, imprint and knit the ribs, and either roll part way up and hover, or come all the way up, scooping the belly into the spine either way, keeping the shoulders as relaxed as possible. If you're stretching forward, remember not to overarch your upper back. Reach the breastbone forward. And everybody roll down, use your inner core, use the tilt of the pelvis, the imprint of the back ribs. One vertebra at a time, reach back long. And imprint. Last time, everybody come all the way up this time, so if you need to place your hands on your thighs to help you get yourself all the way up, do so. We want to use as little momentum as possible, but if you need a little oomph, go ahead and take it this time. Everybody come all the way up. Lengthen forward into the stretch. And then sit up tall and separate your feet as wide as your mat. Reach down through the sit bones. If you need to bend your knees to get your sit bones down, then please do so. We want the spine lifted. No collapsing back down behind the sit bones. Sit tall. Pull through the crown of the head, which means that the chin is dropped. Inhale, bring the arms wide. We're going to do the saw. And exhale, reach down to the left pinky toe with the right pinky. And come back up. And twist the other way. So as we're twisting to the right foot, make sure that you keep your left hip down. Inhale back up into the center. Feel the sit bones. Keep evenly weighted in both sit bones. Twist and reach. And if you don't reach the foot, just reach the leg wherever you can. Keep the sit bones evenly into the floor. Inhale, come up. Lengthen tall. Twist first and then reach. And come back up. Once again, twist first and then reach. Make sure your right sit bone is reaching down. And come up. Lengthen. Last time. Twist. Left sit bone reaching down. And come up to the top. And then we're going to keep the legs wide and take a gentle forward bend. Sit tall and bring the legs back together. Now we're going to bend forward, but I want you to be mindful of the feet. Keep them parallel, pull the toes back. Don't let the pinky toes come forward. Be evenly flex back. And then reach forward without reaching in the shoulders. Relax the shoulders. Keep the legs parallel. Keep the pinky toe back as far as the big toe is. And then roll back down. Reconnect with your inner core. Scoop the belly in. Take it as slowly as you can, as distinctly as you can through each vertebra. Make sure that you're imprinting the back ribs as you come down. When you're all done, reach long, and then relax completely. And float the arms to the ceiling. Bring the knees into the chest. And then let's roll to the left side. Stretch out long on the left side, feet slightly forward of the hips. Engage the inner core. Take an organ lift. Lift your organs up away from the mat and lift both legs up. And then bring both legs almost all the way back down. And lift and lower. Fingertips can go on the mat in front of you if you like. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now just part way down so both legs are still lifted. I'm going to raise the top leg up and make 5 small circles. And reverse. And then bring the inner thighs together. Flex the feet back and squeeze the toes. Point the feet. Fan the toes out wide. Flex back. Squeeze. Point. Fan. Flex. Squeeze. Point. Fan and flex and reverse it. Keep your toes open. Reach, squeeze, and pull back. Open the toes. Reach and squeeze and pull back. Last time. And release. Then bend the knees. Nice, comfortable sideline position. So about 45-degree hip flexion. Knees forward. Feet are underneath you. Line the knees up. Make sure your right hip is forward. Relax the left waist. Engage your inner core, wrap the belt around your hips and keep the pelvis steady. Do 10 slow external rotations of the right leg. Rolling the right leg out in the socket and keeping the right hip pressing forward. And when you're done with the 10, I'm going to turn to the other side. Stretch out long onto the right side. Again, feet a little forward, just trying to take a little bit of stress out of the lower back erectors. Engage the inner core, take an organ lift, raise both legs up, and then bring them almost all the way, but not quite all the way down. Exhale to lift, and inhale, come down. Fingertips on the mat if necessary. No strain in the shoulders, so don't put your palm down. Actually put the fingertips if you need support. Then we're going to come almost all the way down and stabilize there. Lift the top leg. Circle it 5 times each way. And then bring the inner thighs together. Flex the feet. Squeeze the toes. Point, fan, flex. Squeeze, point, fan, flex. Squeeze, point, fan, flex. Reverse. Reach, squeeze, and pull back. Open the toes, reach, squeeze, and pull back. Last one. And relax. And bend the knees. Comfortable side lying position. Left hip forward. That means the left knee is going to be forward. Relax the right waist. Engage your inner core. The belt's around your hips, not your waist. 10 times. Slowly externally rotate the top leg. Keep pressing the left hip forward. When you're done, let's go to the stomach just for a moment. Extend the arms out long, forehead on the floor, legs relaxed. Engage the inner core. Knit your ribs together, raise the chest and head. Draw the shoulders down the back as you open the breastbone. And then relax the forehead back down, relax the legs, the front of the thighs, the buttocks. Engage the inner core without squeezing the butt. Knit the ribs together, raise the chest and head. Draw the shoulders down the back. Open the breastbone. And release back down. One more time. Inner core, just the inner core, not the buttocks. Squeeze the ribs together, raise the chest up, draw the shoulders down the back. And release back down. Good, let's bring the hips back to the heels. And then turn over onto the back again. Start in your constructive rest pose. Feel your neutral spine. Engage your inner core around your neutral. Knit the ribs down in a diagonal towards the opposite back pocket. Imprint the back ribs. Right, lift the right foot up. And then take your right ankle over to your left knee. Bring your left hand behind your head. As you exhale, knit the ribs and then reach the left elbow up over towards the right knee and lower back down. And exhale up in the diagonal. Relax the right shoulder and lower back down. Keep the pelvis completely still. Just turn the rib cage and move the rib cage all in one piece. So you're pointing the breastbone and the armpit in the same direction. Come up one last time and maintain that and do 8 little pulses. And then release back down. Check that the back of the pelvis is level. Lift your left foot up. We'll stretch the right hip for a moment. Keep the back of the pelvis even. You can go to a flat back if that helps you get into the piriformis, the stretch in the buttock. but make sure you're not rolling to the right side. Good, and then release the left foot down and the right. Pause, check that you're in your neutral. Stabilize the neutral, get the ribs knitting and imprinting, lift the left foot and cross the left ankle over to the right knee. Check that you're even at the back of the pelvis. Right hand behind the head. Left arm is completely relaxed, left shoulder's easy. Keep the inner core around the pelvis and then lift up on the diagonal. Right armpit reaching towards left knee. Move the whole rib cage in one piece. Keep the elbow out wide. Exhale up and over and inhale, release. Exhale to lift. No tension in the shoulder. Work the obliques, but keep the shoulders easy. Last one, come up and pulse 8 times. And relax back down. Release the hand. Reset your inner core. Get your ribs imprinted. Lift the right foot up. And support the right leg. Relax. You can go to a flat back. Make sure you're even at the back of the pelvis. Soften your shoulders and lengthen the back of the neck. Breathe slowly. Stretching the left buttock. And then relax that. Bring your arms down to your sides. If you have anything behind your head, please take it out. Engage the inner core. Tilt the pelvis to flatten the lower back. Knit the ribs to the opposite back pockets. Imprint and then roll your hips up off of the mat. Keep supporting there using the backs of the thighs and the buttocks and stretch your arms up overhead. Lengthen the back of the neck. Scoop your belly button in, tilt your pelvis towards your belly button and imprint the back ribs to begin rolling down, but leave the arms back behind you. Nice and straight if you can. Roll down through the whole spine, one vertebra at a time. Relax to the neutral. And then float the arms, float the arms to the knees, bringing the knees into the chest and gently hug the knees in. Rock from side to side. And forward and back. And then one foot at a time down to the floor. Return to constructive rest pose to finish. Relax completely. Feel the feet, the back of the pelvis, lower back, shoulder blades, shoulders, back of the head. Okay, that's where we're going to leave it. When you come up, please move carefully. If you want to do a roll up to come up, you can. Or roll to one side and use the top hand to help you come up. Don't let the top leg jerk out to the side. You're going to undo some of the nice work with the hip extension that we did. Okay, that'll do it. Have a good rest of the day. Hopefully see you Saturday.